Hey guys, welcome to EUTU. That's everything under the umbrella, everything under the Disney umbrella, that is. We get together at least twice a week and talk about some of our favorite things. First, we talk about some news and rumors. Second, we talk about toys, collectibles, and merchandise. And third, little time for opinion and review. Have some interesting things to talk about today. This is episode 3. Before I forget, if you could just do me a favor and just down below, if you could go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, hit that little bell. I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe as we get this channel up and running. We're excited about the people that are starting to show up, and we cannot wait to talk about the things that we love. Everything under the umbrella, everything under the Disney umbrella, that is. That's Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, Disney, and whatever other companies they gobble up between now and next time we get together. All right, with that said, on with the news. First up, if you guys have not seen this news, super interesting. So Disney has made a decision on Black Widow. And if you remember, it was supposed to come out in November. Before that, it's either June or July, I can't remember. But originally it was supposed to come out in May. And because, 2020 and all, we have had it delayed and delayed and delayed. There's been lots of speculation about what was going to happen with that. Well, they've made a decision. It is going to be released May 7th of 2021. So basically 1 full year is what it has been since we will actually see that MCU movie. I'm going to talk a little bit about this later, but it feels kind of like Disney has made the decision just to punt on 2020 when it comes to theaters. So May 7th, 2021. That also means that Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, that is being moved to July 9th, 2021. And then the Eternals is November 5th, 2021. And not a lot of surprise here. I think the fact that they gave us that WandaVision trailer and then gave us this news, they're kind of saying, hey, look, Disney Plus, in 2020 is the place where you're going to get Disney content. The theater is just not happening right now. And I've talked to a lot of people just aren't ready to go back, and so you can't just release these giant movies and release them and nobody's going to show up. So lots of changes there for that. The question that is also tied to that is Pixar Soul, which is scheduled to come out in November. I am super excited about this movie. I think it has the potential with Pete Docter, who's in charge of Pixar, but also in charge of this project. He did Inside Out and so many others, and I think dealing with this huge, gigantic idea of your soul and what happens, I think is going to be a really interesting take. So schedules come out in November. We don't have word. It's keeping its November date, but I think we're going to figure out what Disney thinks works best. Was it the Onward approach, where it was in the movie theater for a short period of time and then straight to Disney Plus, or was it the Mulan approach, where you're going to pay extra for Disney Plus and have it premiere there before it comes out to everybody else? And I don't know what they're going to do there, but it'll be really interesting to see what happens there. Also, want to make you aware, October 7th is a big Disney investors call, and they don't do this very often. But this one's going to actually be live streamed. If you go online, you can find out where the live stream is going to be. It'll be a big production. Think Apple and think PlayStation and all these guys who do the the big presentation. Last year it was the big Disney Plus information dump. This year it'll be really interesting with everything going on to see what they talk about. I think there's going to be some big news that comes out of that. So that's October 7th. Make sure you get onto online and figure out where that stream is so that you can watch that. All right. Also, I don't know if you saw this, but I thought this was super cool. At Downtown Disneyland, they just unveiled this Chadwick Boseman piece of art, and it's on display there. I've seen already a ton online of pictures of people going up and having their picture taken with this amazing piece of artwork. So, if you're down that way, make sure you get over to see it. But also, if not, just go online and look at this. And I think it's such a moving piece of artwork. So make sure that you check that out. All right. Let's see. What else do we got here? That, I think, oh yes, Hasbro PulseCon, it has started, and when you see this video, day one will be going, will either be ongoing or will have already happened. Star Wars and Marvel panels are coming up later today. Make sure that you check those out. Here in just a minute, we'll talk a little bit about how I did merch-wise. Curious how you guys did. As a matter of fact, if you went on to Hasbro Pulse and the 23rd and 24th, the exclusives were released. Let me know if you got something or if you got left out. Pretty good system. I think they did a good job. I haven't heard a ton of people complaining. And with that, let's get into some of the toy and collectible and merchandise news. I want to, every time we do talk about toys and collectibles, we talk about three things. One, we talk something old, we talk something new, and then we talk about the things that we hope to get but probably won't because, well, the flipper bots get in the way. So I want to talk about something old, and so let me change cameras here and get this set up because I want to show you something. So, having collected Disney stuff for a lot of years now, there's certain things that I really, really enjoy. And one of the things that I got into several years ago was collecting old postcards from Disneyland and Disney World. And I love doing it. If you go onto eBay or Mercari or wherever you do secondary market shopping, you can get pretty good deals on them. I want to say, if you have never seen this book, this is called The Nickel Tour, and it's by Bruce Gordon and David Mumford. It's called Disneyland The Nickel Tour, and it came out several years ago, and they're not cheap to find right now, first or second edition. Amazing book, but it's got a huge catalog of Disneyland postcards in it, and they've got them, by number and great pictures. And if you can find one of these, it's probably one of my very favorite Disney books. So check that out if you can find one. And like I said, I haven't seen any of them in the secondary market for less than a couple $100. So, but I want to show you, over the years I've collected a lot of postcards, and like I said, a lot of the older ones are easy to come by on the secondary market. They're fairly inexpensive. These are three that I love. They are concept art. They were sold only very early in the park. This one's Frontierland, and you can see it's the concept art of when they were designing Disneyland. And I've got a couple others. I'll just show a couple of them today. But this is, of course, the Jungle Cruise. Fantastic piece of concept art. And then this one, of course, is concept art of the original castle. So if you are looking for some place to get into toys and collectibles and get something older and start there, I think postcards are an incredible place to start. The artwork is amazing. You get history of the parks, and they're fairly sought after. So go after it. That's our something old for today. Something new, I got this in the mail today, just opened it up yesterday. Star Wars Celebration, of course, didn't happen this year, but a lot of the merchandise was released online. And so I happened to get I'm a fan of Geeky Tiki, which they do tiki mugs of a lot of different things, a lot of different pop culture stuff, but a lot of Disney stuff. And their Star Wars stuff is super popular. And for Star Wars Celebration, they created a punch bowl with the AT-AT crashed in the snow. And you can see it's actually a punch bowl. And it's got the 40th Empire logo on it. The box is amazing, but AT-AT crashed on Hoth Punch Bowl. Geeky Tiki, it was a Star Wars Celebration exclusive, and as we know, a lot of the stuff that was going to be con exclusive has all gone online, and some places it's been fairly easy to come by, and some places it's been a struggle, but that came this week, and I really liked it. All right, I'm going to switch the camera back. So that's kind of our something old and something new this week. I want to talk again a little bit about Hasbro PulseCon. Curious just how you guys did in the ordering process. I think for me it was fairly simple. I had a couple of things that I wanted. I wanted the Empire 40th, I wanted the Wampa, and I wanted the 501st clone set. I was able to get both of those. The Luke and Leia Endor set, that one sold out pretty quick. But then Hasbro did this really interesting thing where they put them up for pre-order, and so you might not get the first shipment, but in order to help people with supply, a lot of them, they're going to order a secondary group of it, which I think is awesome for collectors. I know, the Marvel Legends Hellfire Club, the Logan set, I know those were really popular too. So if you didn't get into it, you might even still look. They had a bunch of them up where you could still pre-order it. It would be into 2021 before you get those, but you would still get in on it, which I think is awesome. Also, in other news, okay, so Funko, just in case you guys were unaware, they'd made a decision. Their con stuff has been super hard and super weird over the last few months. So they're going to go with the lottery setup. Now, let me say this. I have mixed emotions on it. I think it makes perfect sense because those that do win the lottery, and if you go to a con, that's the way they usually do it, is a lottery situation. You're going to have an opportunity to get what you want. Obviously, when you're talking the way they do it, every member of the fan club who has an email set up has a chance to get into the lottery, and it's totally by random. That's going to be a situation where you don't, let's be honest, you don't have a great chance. On the other end, don't be so uptight about the sticker. You can go out to the stores the next day and prioritize and get in line, pick up what you want. Or you can sit and do it online and wait for drops. So there's going to be ways to do it, and I really think it's probably the best way so that you don't have websites crashing and all that kind of stuff. But that's coming up October 8th. So make sure you once again stay up to date on that. One other, this was super cool, and this was even before Hasbro Con was being aired. Marvel and Kenner, they dropped this new retro 3.75 inch line of figures that is so awesome. If you are a 3.75 vintage collection Star Wars person and you're into Marvel, I'm like, this is fantastic. There's going to be 6 of them to start, and on HasbroPulse.com on the 25th, they said, I'm not sure what time it'll drop, they're going to drop the first set, all 6 of them, and they're going to come in 2 packs with boxes that look like amazing comic art, and they're going to have a first edition sticker on the unpunched card. So 3.75, super cool. The entire line, I'm not a Marvel Legends collector, but this is something that I'm gonna jump in on. I am so excited about this line. I think it's retro, it's cool, but the artwork is amazing, and I think this is something that that Scott's going to jump in on. I am really excited about this. I think that's going to do it for upcoming information. Just remember, there's a lot coming out, so if you want more information, go online and get it. But also make sure that you subscribe down below, because we do this at least twice a week, and whenever news breaks, I'm probably going to do something over the weekend talking about Hasbro PulseCon. All right, last but not least, I want to talk a little bit, just kind of give my opinion here. I mentioned in the Marvel news that Black Widow has kind of been punted to 2021, and giving it the space to say, I think we can do what's necessary to get people back in the theaters, at that point. I think the football analogy actually works well. And by the way, I'm wearing my Oregon Ducks hat. I'm an Oregon Ducks fan, and Pac-12 football is coming back. Football's back on, so I'll use the football analogy. There's this idea in football that a lot of times fans don't even really like. The team will be it'll be fourth down, and they'll be over midfield, and they'll go ahead and punt, and the commentators will usually say something like, "Well, it looks like the team wants to trust their defense," and I think that's what's happening here. Disney is saying, "Look, we're gonna regroup when it's safe, but we trust our defense." And right now, the defense is Disney Plus. Disney Plus is the place that's growing, that's bringing in income. You have Mandalorian Season 2 coming out in October. You're going to have another huge influx of people coming in and subscribing. Hamilton in July brought in a ton of people into the subscription. The WandaVision trailer was trending all over the place online. I think what's happening is we're going to have Falcon and the Winter Soldier after that. What they're saying is, look, we believe in Disney Plus. We believe in what's happening and what's coming. We don't know what's going to happen with Soul. Do they use that as another way to attract families into, the subscription model? But it's growing and it's growing and it's growing. And I think what they're saying is, look, in order for us to get back to normal, we have to trust our defense. And right now, the defense is Disney Plus. And if you haven't seen a lot of the stuff on there that I think is so good, if you haven't watched the Imagineering series, if you haven't watched Prop Culture, which I'm going to talk about in an episode coming up, if you haven't done those things, you're missing out on some really great new Disney content. And so I think what's happening is we're like, okay, we're going to pour everything we have into this thing that's working right now in a season where nothing else is working. So I'm just saying, football analogy, it feels like Disney is trusting their defense and they're punting the ball. We're going to be back in 2021 with all these other things. For now, enjoy Disney Plus. Enjoy the content that's coming out. Enjoy the opportunity to be online going after toys and merchandise, whether it's Marvel, Disney, Star Wars. You know what? It's a season where we have an opportunity to enjoy things that, even if you think about it, a year ago Disney Plus didn't exist, and we wouldn't have had the opportunity to enjoy any of these things. So enjoy it, and know that all these things are coming back when it will feel like the right time. All right, this has been EUTU, everything under the Disney umbrella, everything under the umbrella. Make sure you like and subscribe.